let's talk about a real headache, one that anybody in a supply chain knows all too well: quality. I mean, what really happens when a supplier sends you a batch of bad parts? It's a mess, right? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how SAP's quality management module, you'll hear it called QM, gives you a powerful, systematic way to handle that exact problem. So think about it for a second. When those faulty parts actually show up at your door, what's the game plan? Is it just a bunch of angry emails and a major headache, or do you have a real structured, trackable system in place? Because that system, that underlying structure, well, that's exactly what SAP quality management is all about. Okay, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll touch on why this all matters. Then we'll see how quality management actually fits into the picture. After that, we're diving into the two big processes, the planned one for goods receipt and the event-driven one for complaints. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with the key takeaways. Sound good? Let's jump in. All right, first up, section 1. Before we even think about clicking a single button in SAP, let's get the foundation right. Why should you even care about managing procurement quality with this much detail? What's the big deal? You know, it really boils down to a super simple but powerful idea. The quality of your final product, it can never be better than the quality of the parts you start with. It's just impossible. So that means controlling the quality of the stuff coming in the door isn't just a step. It's the first and maybe the most critical line of defense in your entire quality game plan. And that first line of defense? Well, it has a name. It's the tool that's built specifically for this challenge, SAP S4HANA Quality Management. Now, the most important word you see here is integrates. Seriously, SAP QM isn't some separate piece of software that you have to somehow bolt on. No, it's woven right into the fabric of the entire logistics supply chain. It's what connects your procurement, your inventory, and your production teams to manage quality like a well-oiled machine. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to start with the ideal world, the proactive approach. This is how QM handles things when you've actually got a quality plan ready to go. So this is all about being prepared. A planned process means you're not just sitting around waiting for a problem to pop up. Nope, you've got a predefined quality inspection plan locked and loaded, just waiting for those goods from your supplier to hit the warehouse stock. And this is where you see the magic of the workflow. Just look at how the different roles and the system play together. First, the quality planner sets the stage. Then, when the warehouse clerk is just doing their normal job, posting the goods receipt, the system automatically kicks in. That's the key right there, in step 3. That automation is so powerful because it creates the official inspection request without anyone having to lift a finger. Okay, so the most important term to grab onto here is the inspection lot. If you remember just one thing from this whole section, make it that. The inspection lot is basically the main thing in SAP that officially kicks off the quality check. Think of it as the system raising its hand and saying, "All right, team, the goods are here. It's time to inspect them exactly how we planned." But what happens when that nice planned inspection actually finds something wrong? Well, this is where the whole process pivots from being proactive to being reactive. And trust me, this side of the coin is just as important. See, this process isn't kicked off by a schedule or a plan. It's triggered by an event. And that event is finding a defect, finding something that's not what you expected. This is really how the system helps you manage the curveballs, the unexpected stuff. And the process here is just as structured, which is awesome. The quality tech finds an issue. Now, instead of just shrugging and setting the part aside, they go right into the system and create something called a quality notification. And this isn't just some sticky note, right? It's a formal, totally trackable record that documents exactly what's wrong. It's how you create an official supplier complaint, all inside SAP. I love this slide because it puts everything side by side so clearly. Take a look. On the left, you've got that planned, proactive process. It's triggered by something you expect, the goods arriving, and its key object is the inspection lot. Then on the right, you have the reactive process. This one's triggered by something you didn't expect, finding a defect, and its key object is the quality notification. It's really the difference between quality assurance and quality control. Okay, let's wrap this up and boil it all down to the absolute essentials. These are the key things you really need to remember from all this. So here's the summary. First off, remember that QM is not a standalone thing. It is deeply integrated. Second, it really has two main jobs, the planned proactive checks and the unplanned reactive event handling. And the two magic words you need to take away, the inspection lot, which starts a plan check, and the quality notification, which is your tool for documenting a problem. Got it? And I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. We've walked through the how, the process steps, but I want you to really think about the bigger picture, the strategic impact. What happens when you stop sending angry, reactive emails and start using structured, data-driven quality control? How does that completely transform your relationship with your suppliers?